Alright, so we have started this recording. We'll be talking about density now. We already talked about area and volume. So density of a substance is defined as a mass per unit volume of that substance. Now let us understand with some example. So this area, when you see, we say it is very dense because large number of people are staying in a very small place. Okay, or very small place. It is very congested. Large number of people are staying over there. So we say that it is dense. So we say urban areas are usually denser than rural areas. For example, this village, there are hardly 10 or more, not more than 50 houses will be there. And over here, not less than 5,000. Okay, so there is large. So this place is called as dense, whereas this is called as it is not dense. So density means in a smaller place, large number of people are staying. Okay. The other example would be suppose this is a dance floor in a club. So the size is same, okay, in the same area. The number of people over here are half. There are 10 people and here there are 20 people, so the density is over high over here. In club 2 is dense. All right, the other example would be the molecules or particles. Okay, so this is a denser particle. Okay, so the large number of particles are there in this same amount of area as compared to this, so this is denser. So density of a substance does not changes with change in the shape or size. So if you change the shape of the or size of a body, okay, its density doesn't changes. For example, the iron ship. You take the ship, it is made up of iron. Now, if you take a piece of that ship, iron, the same ship, if you break a piece of it and if you drop in the water, that piece will sink because it is made up of iron, and iron is denser than water. Okay, so it will sink. However, the ship still remains to float. Okay, it will still float. Okay, so it doesn't depends. So density of a substance does not changes with change in shape or size. So its substance, that is the substance that is iron density would remain the same. It is because the shape of the ship is such a way it has been made that its density is less than that of water. But the density of iron that is there on that ship, if you break it, it will sink. Each and every part of it will sink because iron is denser than water. So density is a fixed amount for everything. So density of water is 1, so it will remain 1 unless you add salt or some other things inside it, and you can raise the density of it. Okay, all right. Equal volume, different mass. Okay, so volume is same. For example, this is a brick and this is a sponge. Okay, they have almost same size. However, if you weigh it, the the brick is much heavier, okay, than the sponge. Sponge will hardly displace any weight. However, though they are of same volume, they'll occupy same space. Okay, the mass is greater for brick. It is less for, what do you say, sponge. Okay, so equal volume. They have equal volume, but they have different mass. Similarly, alcohol is lighter than water. So if you weigh it, water would always be down. Okay, so alcohol is, though they are of equal volume. So even in liquid, they have equal volume, but still mass is different. A best example would be a bowling ball and a soccer ball. Okay, the shape are same, but bowling ball is much heavier than a soccer ball. All right. So these are the example of equal volume and different masses. We'll do some examples of equal mass and different volume. So here the sponge and this weight or this iron thing are equal. Okay, so if you on a beam balance, they have been balanced. Okay, however, if you see the amount of volume this thing is covering or space it has been occupying is very large as compared to this tiny little thing. Okay, so even equal mass but different volume. Here wood and this iron. So here this 200 grams is occupying, this wood is occupying a large amount of space as compared to this weight. Okay. Similarly, the similar phenomena has been seen in liquids. So liquid of different density will follow a different thing. So honey would be at the bottom as it is heavy, then heavier than corn syrup. corn syrup would be down as compared to dishwash water. Vegetable oil will always float on water. So we know all this. Okay, so even liquid, they are of different densities and the densities remain same. If you mix it, they won't get mixed and they will float. Okay, similarly, if you add solids to liquids, even then they show a different pattern wherein a heavier object will sink down, whereas different objects, solid or liquid, it will float on it. Alright, I'll stop on that. We'll continue later.